Alrighty then, there we go. Not expecting a lot of people to turn up because I, as always, have organized this at the last minute because life gets like that sometimes. So I had posted on the blog probably, 10 days ago that I was going to do a mystery giveaway and all that sort of fun stuff. And you can probably see over, that corner, that shoulder there are boxes lined up there with games in them. There are 2 games in each box. And the idea here is that I will be drawing from the folks that took the time to visit my blog, which is the primary place, for those that don't know, where I do whatever alleged writing that I have. The videos are all shared there as well. Imagery of gameplay and stuff like that. Hey, Richard, how are you, my friend? And welcome to everybody who's joining in. Thanks for coming in at short notice. Appreciate it. And so the idea here is that I'm just going to draw names off a wheel that we have. If I can bring it up, would be good, wouldn't it? Let's add this into the show. Right here, like so. Let me move this out of the way. So we'll literally spin the wheel. Hey, Mo, how you doing, man? We'll literally spin the wheel. There are 27 entrants. There are 5 prizes to be won, and we'll get to all that. We'll get to that in just a minute. So we'll take care of that in a second. But first, I want to do a special thank you, John. Good to see you. Special thank you. I just received Heart of Darkness from a follower of the blog and a guy who PMs me without asking me questions about games on a regular basis. I have chats with every now and then. So I wanted to thank John for sending me Heart of Darkness. And this is a Kim Kanga game, and it's one that I've been pretty interested in. It's obviously not Hex Encounter, and it's not on the Eastern Front, so it's a little different. And but it's similar to, there was another game, and I forget what it was called, done by Avalon Hill way back in the day. Similar concept, but it's an updated and revised approach to exploring the Dark Continent, and seems to be a pretty interesting title. I had a quick little look through it. I'm happy to show you the pieces if you're interested. Otherwise, we'll skip that. But I just wanted to say thank you to John for doing that to me for me. It was very kind. And super friendly guy. Now he does give Mo money when Mo is live streaming, but when I live stream, he doesn't give me money. But I'll take the game, so that's okay, because there's things. Right. So the other stuff I wanted to catch up on, I thought it'd be real quick and just run through some items that update on gameplay. You're probably, if you're on Facebook, you've probably seen a few images from Deathrite Kursk. You're probably seeing a few images from Third Winter. If you're in the Africa, you're worth every penny of it. Yeah, every penny he gives you, literally a penny. And also probably some imagery from DAC 2. So I've got a handful of games going on. 2 of them, well, actually 3 of them are on Vassal. So I've got 2 Vassal campaigns going of DAC 2, which is the OCS system from Multiman Publishing, Dean Essex stuff. And one of the DAC campaigns is brand new. So we're literally on turn 3 or turn 4, starting from scratch with the Italians. It's kind of interesting. I've got we're on the first, we're about to go into the second turn. Oh, no, actually, we're not. We're about to do the Soviet portion of the first turn of Deathrite Kursk. These are the 2.5 rules, which are apparently out of date or not up to date. Or maybe these are just the standard rules and not all of the extra rules. And so I was starting to play with that, and we were doing cross-referencing and looking up rules. And I'm talking to my buddy I'm playing with, Dave, and I was like, hang on a second, rule 12 is opportunity fire restrictions. You're saying it's something else. And there was another set of rules, which is now 140 pages long, and sadly, extremely verbose. But because I'm playing with someone who's playing 2 other games at the same time on Vassal, and I got cut off. Who got cut off? Not sure what happened there. Hey, Tony, what's going on, man? Speaking of people who play DAC 2, I'm playing DAC 2 with Tony, and we need to get back on our campaign. Anyway, so I was saying DRK is, I'm playing with Dave, and Dave is playing 2 other games at the moment. I think at least 2 other games with folks. So he's kind of, and I'm on the tail end of that system with him playing. So I'm getting the benefit of him learning the game with other folks. Hey, Jeffrey, good to see you. John Nolan, good to see you. So I'm benefiting from learning the game via him, skimming the rules as I need to and stuff like that. So it's going to be a nice, easy introduction into the system. I have some preconceived notions about it, having played the Salerno game, and I have annoyances with the way things are set up in the rules and the way the setups work for the games itself. But yeah, stuff. I have SCS, the North African, the brand new North Africa thing finally arrived here at the big board, and I've got the maps laid out, got the counters clipped, so we're good to go. We're going to get started on that in the very near future, and I'm super excited about making that happen, just to see what happens with it. I have very, very low expectations with SCS from a historical sort of flow perspective. I'm not expecting a lot, but having read the rules, I think there's some pretty neat concepts going in there with an activation-based system and an activation-based system that relies on supply to allow you to activate a certain number of units within a certain range, of a supply point. So it's not going to let everybody move, and there's none of that move 74 hexes until you run into an EZOC type of thing that is the bugbear for me with It Never Snows and Days and stuff like that. So I'm pretty kind of excited about getting that to the table. It might actually be pretty decent. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. There was that. What else do I want to tell you? Oh, I've got NordCap set up. I haven't really got very far with it. I just haven't sort of been motivated. We've got everybody home. I've got my son sleeping in my game room with a mattress right now. So it's kind of, he's being super gracious and very careful in my room, and that's awesome. But it's kind of difficult to just throw the camera on and run a live stream or record video when you've got another dude sort of doing his thing in the room as well. So anyway, John seems to be saying there's something. Is the stream running okay, guys? I'm not sure what the deal is there. Let me check one thing. I'm going to go check on one person who is a bandwidth hog right here, and I will be right back. Stay with me for 1 sec.
About the chassis, it's all good now. You're synchronizing. I wasn't doing anything.
Okay, I was just going to ask you guys to get off for a while, but it's good. No, you're good. You're awesome. Thanks for checking in. All right. Well, ends up that's okay. I got my son is logged in here somewhere. I don't know. That would be him. Ryan Pickles. Yeah, would be that guy. All right. So, or Davis. There he is. So anyway, let's do this. Let's do this draw. It's really the main reason why I'm here and all that sort of good stuff. Not to just waffle on about the games I'm playing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else exciting that I'm playing that you guys might care about. I've got literally a dozen write-ups that I'm still backlogged on. I've had issues with trying to upload stuff to WordPress because I'm using Word. I actually have an article, a designer's article for Thin Red Line Games Sacred Oil that needs to go out tonight. So I'll try and get that done tonight. for you guys to read. I think we're very close to getting that shipped, which means I need to get my ass in gear, because once that arrives, I'm going to need to move whatever's on the table and get that set up if I can. I guess I could do a housing update, but that's really tedious. No one really cares about that. But that is all up in the air and in flux again. And hopefully tomorrow we'll be making some decisions and offers about a place out in Kerrville that will be more permanent and more definitive than some of the tentative things that have been offered and made and done that I've mentioned in the past. If you follow my rantings about the freaking property market in the country. Brank, good to see you. There he is. There's the man, the myth, the legend. Nice to see you there. All right, let's run this and make it happen. All right, let's get these prizes done and give stuff away. Now, these are all games from my collection. Every giveaway that they're on that side. Sorry, over there down in the corner. There's two games in every box. There's a boxed game. Some of them are in shrink. So in fact, Kharkov Battles is one of the giveaways. There are not supposed to be mysteries, so I'm not supposed to tell you. But there's also a magazine game or a magazine format Ziploc game as well. So you're getting two games. I'm shipping them in the US for free. If you're in Europe or the UK, going to hit you up for some money, not a lot, but I'll hit you up for some money once I work out what the shipping is, and we'll kind of go for it from there. Right now, as I said, I'll get all those. They're all boxed up. You'll need to watch the video, and I will post online as many different places as I can, so that you will be fully aware of what's going on. And if I don't hear from you by Christmas, I will redraw. So fear not if you don't win, all right? Because you might get a second chance at it. Now, I had this set up to spin. So let's see. Let's shorten the spin cycle. Yeah, it's on 9 seconds. Let's just make it 5, because who wants to watch that thing? Or 6. Let's watch that spin around that long. Let's see. Who's saying ranting rank? Braxton, what's up, bro? And Private Public, good to see you. And there we go. Me ranting never. All right, here we go. Where is the button? Where do I push? Here I go. Spin. All right. So the first box. Who knows what it is? I've got the list of people here. There's 27 of you, and anyone who left their name anonymous is not included, because you're a dumbass. All right, so you don't get to play. Oops. Okay. Sorry about the music. Number 10, Andy HB5. All right. That's winner number 1. Congratulations, Andy. I'm just making a note here so I don't bugger it up later on. Let's go again for the second prize. Ryan. You're a dog. John Carter, sir. Good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. I haven't done a live stream on my own channel in a long time. Need to do this more often. Or not. 14. Okay. Well, my buddy Greg gets box number 2. Very nice. And let's see. Now, obviously, so 10 and 14 have won. Obviously, if you win 1, you can't win 2. Wow. These are all in the middle. How funny. Okay, 16 is Bill Severn, number 3. Bill won a giveaway just the other day, actually. And now prize number 4. Okay, that's 14. We're going to do that guy again because that's already won. Now, this is interesting. If this rolls up in the middle again, I'm going to change die rollers. This is like a vassal die roller. Rolls the same fucking number every time. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is bullshit. Let me swap random die rollers. We'll just do it this way. I want where do I get to choose? Well, that's not going to work. Where's one that I can? And that's the same one. Roll a die. We really want a random number, don't we? Random number generator is what we want. Stand by. I might. Well, I can't really redo these now, can I? This is rigged exactly, Brian. It is friggin' rigged. This is hilarious. All right. 1 to 27. Generate. Kaboom. 17. Fucking hell. All right. Number 4. Why does it always work that way? All right. Let's do it again. For the 5th one. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 3. Okay. That's good. Finally got something not in the middle. That is number 5, and that is Tom Montgomery. Okay, so Andy, Greg Sapara, Bill Severn, and Neil Badke, and Tom Montgomery are our winners. And you, sir, here, you, sir, suck. Let's see this. I gotta see this again. It comes up with 14 or 15 again. What do you think? Now it comes up with 27, and you don't win, Mr. 27. So there you go. All right. Well, that was pretty hilarious. No, it's that wheel, the Wheel of Fortune deal. That was designed specifically by the guys from Vassal, and that has been spun over 16 million times, and it's guaranteed to be random. Over 16 million rolls. IRU80, can you enter the contest? No, you can't, because it's over. So it's too late. You should have read the blog at www.bigboard.com, and you should have entered the competition there. That's how it works. So you can't turn up and expect to play. You have to play along and read the blog and participate and be a good little egg. So anyway, I've got that way. I've got because it's reversed. I've got those 5 boxes going out hopefully Monday, assuming all of you get your addresses to me by private message. Please don't put it in the YouTube comments. I will announce the winners Facebook, YouTube, and well, I'll put it on the blog as well, I guess. But it'll be on those 3 locations. And if you can, I'll give you just send an email to bigboard. Is it Bigboard Gaming or Bigboard? I think it's bigboardgaming@gmail.com. If you're already here, send me an email and let me know that you're one of the winners, and I will cross you off the list, get your address, and get things shipped out to you. And let's see. I had a couple of other interesting things to chit chat about for a couple of minutes. So if you're interested in doing that, we can do that. I was looking at NATO from Victory Games, the new release of that, and I had always assumed, I guess it's kind of been the sort of standard approach for a lot of games that sort of do hypotheticals or what if games, that there's like a strategic surprise scenario, or a tactical surprise scenario, or a like absolute or no surprise scenario. And I just realized about a week ago that there's no tactical surprise scenario for NATO. So I'd asked the designer and Fred, one of the game testers, why that was and what would that look like if there was one. And I think they're going to publish one in Paper Wars, which is kind of cool. But I did get some notes, and I'm going to try and create a tactical surprise scenario. But it's interesting that the designer said that he didn't think there were, that in whatever year the game is set in, I forget now, I think it's 89, that there's little or no chance of the Soviets winning a tactical surprise scenario. The only way they have an opportunity to be successful is with a strategic surprise. And I found that curious because in my mind, and I don't know the specifics of 89, and I don't know the specifics of combat readiness and capability of either side. So I'm just postulating based on gameplay, right? Not actual hard, like, science facts, right? Most of the games I've seen, if they couldn't win a tactical, there's probably very little chance they would have much chance of winning a strategic, because achieving a strategic surprise would be really difficult, I would imagine, particularly given technology, right? And the spies and the awareness of what's going on. You know, both sides had spies in each other's camps, and both sides had pretty good surveillance technology, and both sides could monitor what was going on via satellite and all the rest of it. So I would have thought achieving strategic surprise would be very, very difficult, and therefore would probably be more likely that tactical surprise would be something that would be achievable versus no surprise or strategic. So that was just curious to me. So I'm going to try and get that set up sometime either before Sacred Oil hits my table or in the near future after that. So there's that. And then the other thing is, the Third Winter OCS, starting to see a migration in the rules there that is really, I don't know, it's really interesting. Some of the refinements are removing a lot of the nitpicky pick an SP up, stick it on a truck, manually, mechanically move it down the road to where it needs to be used, and then take it off the board and move the truck back and pick up another one and go do this and go do that, right? There's some really cool mechanics that are coming into the game that are removing a lot of those things, but it's also changing the way the game works a lot too. And I'm in two minds about how I feel about that, because a lot of it's not backwards compatible either. Excuse me. And the other thought I had about that is, while there are those supply rule changes, which are relatively nice in some regards, there's also an aspect that some of the other changes. So being more flexible with artillery and letting artillery fire half power or partial power or sub full power is very different. Some of the ways that losses are allocated versus it being selected, a unit being selected as randomized. Lots of little things like that are being layered into the rules that all used to be optional house or home rules that are now becoming sort of standardized. And I'm curious if anyone else is seeing a lot of those differences and if that's impacting their gameplay. For me, it makes it a little bit difficult to play the Third Winter and then rotate back and go, oh, I'm going to go play Sicily or a smaller scenario of Case Blue or whatever the case may be. I'm going to use these case chits, or I'm not going to use these case chits. I'm going to use these optional rules here, but I'm not going to use this optional rule. It starts to get a little bit jumbly for me. Whereas before I had one clean set of rules that was 45 or 50 pages long, and I could just set up and start playing. And it's kind of funky to me that now we're having branches in that rule set that where some of the rules are applicable, but others aren't. And it's just a point of interest that I mentioned. It's like a bleed over from BCS. People are seeing, well, this is a really cool mechanic in battalion combat system, but we're going to apply it to OCS, or we're going to apply it in another game system. So kind of like almost kind of like what's going on in SCS at the moment with the North Africa game, where you've got these activations and these supply chits have to be used. It's kind of forcing a focal point into the gameplay, which is not a bad thing. It's just different. And so anyway, all right, I'm crapping on. I'm going to let you guys go. That was it. We got 5 winners. I'll read them out one more time in case someone wants to cut to the chase and just come to the end of the video and check it out. So number 5 was Tom Montgomery. I'll just go down here. Number 1 was Andy. No idea who he is, but it's HB5 was his tag. Greg S. I think that's Greg Sapara, I believe, and Bill Severn, second time winner with me this year. Neil Badke, also number 4. Did I miss one? Nope, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there you go. 5 winners, 5 games, well, 10 games actually. And I'm glad you guys had a chance to watch the wheels spin and be non-random. All right. All the best, fellas. Ciao. Have a Merry Christmas, by the way. And I'm on a couple of little shows here and there just before Christmas and just after Christmas. So check out Mo's channel. And I think I'll be on the Lock and Load. It's going to do something at some point. Might be on that as well, if that all works out, and a few other bits and pieces. All right. You're all good. Peace out. Go roll them dice. Ciao.